I'll tell you that much. And we start on Mirage, GG.bet favouring Heroic, and you can understand why. Results-wise, Big Clan have been a little more of a disappointment. And obviously, refusing to give me an interview means I've got a vendetta against them now.
And I think the context does lend a little towards Heroic as well. Losing to Astralis and NaVi, I don't think is necessarily a terribly upsetting result. I think it's a shame because they were towards the top end. But then you look at Bigs, which is OG and mousesports and Heroic in there. So, you know, it is contextually speaking, I'd say a little bit more skewed that Big has a bigger question mark with them. But as said, we're into this one. So the mid control has already begun from Big. And no contact yet. First port of call, a little bit of contact, and it's one out by the CT side.
niko wants to take these fights, and with great control, he taps away at the head of Searson and Tabson.
Lovely.
Added to that list. Keto on the stairs, and he's plucked off again. niko, very poignant shots. Keeping that control. First round found.
Yeah, so there that smoke you saw, that big limp out landing in front of that bench position is meant to make their ascent up through connector a little bit easier, taking out one of the key angles that the Heroic players can pick and jostle for control with. They were still able to make it work, still able to have a very, very potent round. And look at this, buying on in with 3 Famouses and only 1 SMG in play on the back of Cadian, and then 4 for niko. They've opted for the rifles here at Heroic going forward, and well, they're up against the 4 Spy. Deagle's Scout all in play. Tizian's made it across towards the mid box, and Cadian's in trouble. He's going to die here, 1 HP. I don't see how he gets out of this alive.
Neither do I, but maybe he's got a plan, but that 1 HP ain't keeping him safe. Already, Tessus has gone down as well. Troubles aplenty brewing, because Cadian, well, he can't be proactive. He can't do much. You don't get, you know, the quick, clean headshot with a SMG like that. It's a little bit of an extended fight normally, so problems abound. Gonna have to lean a little heavier towards those rifles that remain, and at least Down's gonna do his job as required. Clean kill towards Antares. Keto, let's see if he's a problem. He will be. 1-for-1 trade. Borup goes down. Rifle filters through, but Cadian really he could pick one up, but again, just gonna be struggling to find relevance with this. Is niko going walkabouts towards the top of middle? Should find Tabson.
Oh! Converting, yeah.
We're fine. Everyone relax. Nothing to be concerned about here. It's an armored deagle in apps. Tizian likely falling to Stound's FAMAS. He's made enough sound cues for Stound to take an inquisitive look, unless that first deagle shot hits. Doesn't look like we're getting any contact today, so we'll whittle away these last few seconds just talking nonsense while we wait for Searson and Tizian to die. Could find niko on that look here. But tucking back into short.
There is a gap right now for them to go connected towards A. niko has to stop this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, great shot. Takes the head off of Searson. And that unarmored deagle I previously mentioned has now become a scout, but that is not going to last long in his hands, unfortunately. Expecting to be pushed. Cadian low, doesn't matter. Gets himself the frag with the SMG, puts $600 into his bank account. And a second round into Heroics. This is Keto's first kill. Quickly, doesn't get traded quicker than that, and this was the kill that got Chad a little concerned. Whoa, controlling the spray eventually, and then making up for it with a tap into the leaping head of Searson. So, strong start. That's the Heroic start that they were dreaming about. Only 3 frags so far for Big Clan to show.
Yeah, being kept very quiet here at Big. They'll upgrade in a couple of pistols once more, but this is one that we won't be riding home about anytime soon.
No, Rush, you have the Big here. What are your win conditions?
Basically, it's all about the orbs in my mind. Like, I think once Searson gets one, he's pretty damn good with it. So I think that's going to be the clause to the win, I think.
Who's the most malleable, do you think?
There's a lot of malleable players on the server. Keto looking hella malleable right now, actually. He's going to go in for another one.
Malleable.
But it's just Searson. He'll get that plan. He'll secure that orb for the next round.
Brilliant.
How many kills do we think niko gets before he dies? Actually, how many rounds does he survive? That's probably easier.
How many is he on right? Is he not died yet?
He hasn't died yet.
I would say next round Searson kills him.
Searson kills niko next round. You've even gone with player-on-player action.
Yep, exactly.
Wow.
Oh, and this is... Oh, look at this, guys. It's a knife kill coming through.
He can win this. He can actually win this.
Hold on, yeah, we need to take this a
over.
bit seriously, because suddenly he's got a gun with a bit of a range to it, but that aim punch is brutal. No armor, obviously, but the plant kill, knife to boot, that's wonderful.
niko has come into this and started with a 10-0 performance. Now, I didn't get to say it in the pre-match, but was saving it until we got into the T side because he has so many antics on that T side. But this is a map that niko previously has had some of his career best performances, and a reason for that is his proficiency on that T side, but to be starting so strong is very good indicator for Heroic to be getting themselves out of this losing streak. To reiterate, both teams have lost 3 series in a row, falling from grace after that #1 tag was affixed to their name. Can't blame them for being excited about climbing the ranks. Every team does at every level. But having that #1 bullseye affixed to your team's logo does tend to have ramifications.
Going B on this, so lots of pressure on Stown now.
Look at that. I mean, it just channeled them into either pushing his smoke or not looking at it. He wants to jump through, though. I'm not sure why he's done that. He's leapt into Tizian's crosshairs, but niko with his knife out walks into keto. That is a shambles. Can Heroic recover? Tess has heard the sound cue. Yet to see him in the kill feed, and that's his chance. He will only find the one and call it clear.
Keto's lost the bomb.
Yeah, it's suspicious.
Look at Tabson. This is a very weird round.
They were trying. I guess they were trying to take the bomb to Tabson, but being caught out in middle like that has completely scarpered all their plans, all their theories and ideas. Maybe Searson can get it back, which he's done, but now the 2 players really quite posed to find them with ease.
If they just continued B, at least I felt they could have traded out. So maybe trying to get a little bit too tricky there within the mid-round.
How odd. I felt so good. Opening picks onto B. Map, yeah, perhaps overthinking it a little bit.
Well, that's gifted Heroic the double AWP. So Stown gets an upgrade right there from Sirason's AWP getting dropped, and this is how they closed it down from Cat overseeing that connected position, taking Tabson down over towards the A side of things. It looks like a technical timeout will be called. Rush, what are the server conditions looking like down there today, mate? I'm
having a look down here, just checking some stuff right here. It seems we have the classic FPS bug, you know, the one, so it's... yeah, it should be resolved pretty shortly, and I think I think it'll be solved in about 8 seconds or so, but I'm not entirely sure. We're going to see if that comes in or not.
Well, good stuff, Rush.
Quickly, also Pimp coming over to watch the games, hitting up the old host on the stream. He's joining us.
Ah, nice.
So let's see what those double AWPs do. Stown obviously going to be the one to pick it up as well. Tabson quick again through mid.
Yeah, one of my favorite players to watch on this big clan roster.
They're going B again, so if Tabson can find some room, come in for a late flank here, can apply a lot more pressure, limps out his own smoke, and away he goes.
Yeah, but niko can hear all of this. He'll communicate this to Tessus and take the frags. Down, lucky to be alive, admittedly. This is a double AWP they've invested into, so the fact that he lives evades the nade down to 4.
They've been stalled out here. Check out all these Molotovs to stop this push.
I will acknowledge, though, that they haven't pushed for info A. So whilst all of this is successful, there is no punish. Big Clan are not being punished for this overcommitment towards this side of the map. They will waste time, make no mistake. You can see that they're crouching around corners. There is always the threat of CT aggression. Oh my lord, imagine if the spray found Stown. But a glass cannon AWP on the T side, this is one of the downsides of having a player like Searson on your roster. Unless he wins the round for you, you have to play around a glass cannon.
Straight through towards mid. Emboldened, looking for a fight. Quite liked how self-sufficient Tabson was in taking that mid area, but obviously now it has wound down to a bit of a tougher scenario for these guys. Searson trying to clear as he goes. No information, of course, because of that hefty lean towards B, so timing will be a factor. But he does manage to catch one.
Oh.
That's a big one too. Xantares opens it. Yeah, this is game back on. Stown and Tessus have to be very ready because B is looking likely. But again, pause for thought. Only 18 seconds.
Yeah, where are they going? There has to be B. Orup is aware of that possibility. He's in kitchen. They've got 2 on the site as well. 10 seconds, guys. What's your plan? 5. He had the bomb. This is just ugly Counter-Strike. I'm surprised to say it. Didn't expect to be saying it. Big Clan caught out. Slowed down again.
This was like Big versus Spirit the other day, Lauren, when we were doing Pro League.
God, they ran out of time.
T-side? Yeah, their T-side on Inferno started in a very similar fashion. It did change the pace, but it's how it started. That was a very, very odd game that we were covering.
Oh, so a reminder.
Yeah, I think we might see Big get back into the swing of things as this game matures a little bit right here. But the saved AWP will now be met with a couple of upgraded pistols, 3 deagles. Keto actually just buying a smoke. He's lobbed that out already. Also bought onto a nade, and then he buys into the deagle later. But Sirasson, in the meantime, will take down Cadian. So that's 2 rounds in a row. Then he's out-AWP'd Mr. Cadian.
Lovely. Can they translate it, though? This is a chance, a good one. Oh, Borup just in time. Tip of the head.
Ooh.
Keto given a chance to re-peek, and oh dear. The fights are all going their way. Xantares with the jiggle on the deagle. And all of those duels won by the individuals of Big Clan. Really off the back of Searson, though. He gets the credit.
Hard to see how parhaat wins this, especially against the two AWPs. Look, the utility's nice. I think him picking up the AWP spells round for Big. He'll try and save this. Keep that Vox Hollow on the end of the gun just there, looking pretty.
I was looking to buy one of those recently.
Pretty expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, not spending that at all. I was thinking, like, do I go Astralis or do I support Chad?
Well, it doesn't support me anymore.
No, I know, but, you know, the idea, the concept.
The concept, okay. Yeah, all right.
Public impression is all I care about, not reality.
I think I kept one of
Just
them.
one?
Oh, I didn't realize they were going to spiral into one of the most expensive stickers on the entire marketplace.
I mean, you know I buy power, but...
Gomez had 300 of them at one point.
What?
Yeah.
Mad. They are nice looking. God, yeah. I wish I had a few more. I don't know where I had the Titan one at one point. That just vanished. Probably traded it up somewhere atrociously.
Probably after you heard they lost to Renegades at ESO 1 Cologne in 2015.
Like, nah,
sell that. Get that out of here.
Get it out before the stocks fall. Get it gone.
That one. But Heroic will still be able to buy. AWP, AUG, the worst weapon is the FAMAS in the hands of Bo up here. So they're looking pretty. 2 defuse kits. Utility is decent too. And we get back underway as it looks like they've gone for a bit of an A lean. 4 individuals over towards this side of the map. Lots of pressure on Stown over towards the B bomb site. Tizian trying to apply pressure, pushing on through, going all the way in.
That's a change of pace.
Wow.
That's an entry frag. Tizian has demanded respect, but this was supposed to be the fake. And the bomb's on its way, so I guess if they gamble towards A, unless, Big are completely retooling, and niko's just caught one through the tunnels
Cut off the
now.
rotation.
He's cut the rotation in half. If they choose to commit to B, the fact that the silence on A, it does indicate as such. niko could just about drop a smoke. Oh, my Lord. Xantares saves the day. Oh, I loved the attempt. It does confirm. It means they can start rotating. Tizian's been on B for a while now, and I don't really know what I'd want to do as a CT. Do you just save?
Yeah, I think they have to save right now. They know that they've been completely
outplayed.
overtaken. Yeah.
Tizian has won them the round.
Now, that execute onto the B site did have a lot of smokes coming through. I might see if I can bring that up on Skybox, because if they go for the B play again, the A players might not rotate as quickly once they see that, because they ran with a fake as the initial version as opposed to an all-in. So now there's going to be a lot of doubt going forward from this of Heroic when they see that set piece coming on in. So what we'll do is we'll load her on up, and we'll show everybody at home what we're working with.
Oh, God, I just bit my tongue as I sneezed.
Oh, that's horrible.
Ow.
Oh, you're like Arnie.
Arnie, yeah.
I think yeah. Oh, that was very unpleasant. And the recovery from Big is anything but. They've managed to stabilize. They've found something that seems to work for them. Do you know what? Getting to the site before the time runs out seems to help. But overall, they've managed to find a bit of room to work here at least. And it definitely helps that Searson is completely out-AWPing Cadian so far.
All right, well, here we go. We're going to jump into Skybox, so check this out. We're over here towards the B side of things. You're going to see all the flashes and nades coming through the sky, and these are the smokes coming through. So one to isolate vision of an AWPer. This one's to limp one out to give him territory. Pillar smokes coming on through as well. And from there, they were able to capitalize onto the site. This one here is one of the most interesting, because if you have an AWPer going for one of these shots, he's taken out of the picture.
That's nice.
So we'll keep that in mind here as we move forward. Let's get back underway into the game. Scoreline right now looking 5-2. Big are clawing their way back into this one. It is their map choice. FAMAS's for Heroic to make up for the lack of M4s. Not enough money to go around here, as Big have slowed down the pace again. So no clear indication in the early stages. No mid-control granted either. Actually being held at bay. This is a big fight. Tessus has jiggled. He's spotted. And tabseN on 1 kill. Thinks better of going for more. Smokes towards A now. One on top of the stairs, one towards the jungle position, and it is a fake. And that's just going to draw out utility as they go back towards the B bomb site.
Fakes against the fakey boys. Stown, better be ready for this. You've got Keto right up there, and he's got bomb. You get that info, you've got it all. I think Tessus definitely notes this. But a bold position. Short is still being watched, so he feels kind of brave here, but tabseN's success opens things up, and now suddenly these two really have to keep control of this, because the rest of the map is now in danger.
Tizian does really well to find Stown in the chaos of that smoke, but Searson's been found. tabseN equalizing. We do still have a 2v2 here when 40 seconds. Bombs in the apps, and it's Tizian's responsibility to recover that. tabseN always a threat from behind. Are they really going for the rotation against Heroic? They are. Tessus has pushed for info. Cadian's opting for short. They both are. Tizian, that's the bomb. And he's going to lose it. Oh, he misses his shot. Both of them low through the flames, and now it should be finished off by tabseN. The spray wild. He gets out. Now looking to tuck in. It does look like it's a game of chess here. Both trying to fake it out. That's the fight. That's the spray transfer from Tizian. And that's twice now. Big Clan have managed to get away with these around the world rotates.
Yeah, it's very interesting with tabseN getting so much space in middle. If he gets neutralized, that's taken out. And the in-game leader making the play like that, it allows him to make the mid-round calls and with confidence. But as I mentioned, if he goes down, if he gets picked off, if he gets isolated, then one key play that they've been working with here, Big, is removed. So maybe some mid-control from Heroic when they finally get a gun round out. But these are the responses, or at least reactions, that we've been seeing more so from Heroic on this 3-series losing streak that they have been dealt in recent times. They will just be down towards these pistols. 4 HEs, flash on Stown, and a smoke to work with from Tessa. So I guess they might go for the top mid nades here. So smoke to work with, nades coming in, tabseN hiding. He's actually avoided a lot of that damage, but still goes down to niko.
Yeah, not bad at all. You'll take that. It's a gateway in.
If they can get the AK, that's even better.
I mean, they can. They obviously don't know that, so it's going to take a second or two to build up the courage. But they definitely can make it. Now, the problem is, obviously, the attention will be drawn towards this side. Stown's in trouble.
E250, though, so this is still workable. They have yet to get that AK.
Ooh, Stowny boy. Stown does go down, and this is another round that Heroic can't really have too much of a voice in. A flash through the smoke, a recovered AK for Cadian. He'll be looking to maintain that, hoping to bait the push in, but Tizian's not going to fall for it. They're being very thorough here.
Flash coming now. Easy as that. Tizian turns it.
They know where he is. He threw the flash. His rifle, so we can just sit here in silence for 45 seconds if you want.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Nice, actually.
Yeah.
You have a quiet round.
Yeah, we'll just try and...
Our jobs would be really easy if we didn't have to talk.
Believe it or not.
Should we just do a whole... Let's just do round number 10 without talking. See how long it takes before the phone rings.
We'll just do minimal casting.
Yeah.
You don't have to do too much. You just give them what they need, which is at the moment...
Oh, bye.
Mid-smokes. Watching cross. Util. And a push.
Ooh. Damage on tabseN.
Dead Tassis.
Successful default.
Now grouping. Info push. Shadow advantage. Stacking B. Faking B. Using citizens utility. Mid to A.
Mid control garnered.
Faking B and mid. Or up solo to defend A.
Utility denies.
tabseN lurk. CSGO as well. Nice find. Borup. advantage retake.
CS in positioning. Very good.
And that's Big Clan's 5th. God, a couple of them are halves. That would really do me wonders, actually.
I feel a little sleepy though.
It's kind of when at school you used to have like the little afternoon nap.
Yeah, why don't we just have like a room full of like a ball pit and like some bean bags and some big pillows, duvets.
Can we have like some rainforest sounds?
There'd be rainforest interjected with inferno ambient bird noises.
Okay.
Thank you.
I know you need that. Yeah.
The producer just said he can organize a ball pit. I'm not sure if he understands.
I think he
the
has a ball
size
pit at
of
home.
Yeah, but we need a large ball pit.
Yeah, he's got a large baby.
Okay, well, Tizian praying now to the ball pit gods, seeing if we can get the largest ball pit in Germany.
It's in Matt's house, I told you. He's got an elephant slide as well.
I don't think I'll
this is
fit down
great.
the elephant slide.
That's such a scale elephant as well, just to fit in the pool.
Okay, let's get back underway with round number 11. We're all tied up 5-5. The saved AWP will be tossed across to that of Katie, and Deagle's invested into by the other heroic members, and away we go.
There's a lot of inflection there, just remember.
Sorry.
Yeah, dude, that was far too much energy. Come on now.
It's a quiet time, it's only an AWP. Katie. Ooh. Close.
Mid-control utility as always. Niko dead.
That was so easy. Nice.
Nice.
More of that.
Yes, it is only an AWP, and so our expectations are being managed, as are yours. So you can go grab that snack you were thinking about.
How many donuts did you guys eat yesterday?
One.
Just one?
Josh,
how many did you
Honestly,
eat?
I think as soon as you start having a second
You've
confectionery treat,
spiraled.
you know, you start feeling bad.
Yeah.
At first, it's like, oh, what a lovely treat. A second, I had 2 donuts today. You know, like the dialogue changes, and so does the dialogue of the round. Borups found himself a
What is that?
headshot.
Can you get the AK, though?
I don't really love the chances of this round for Heroic, if I'm honest. Stown would have to find something around the smokes. And he isn't certainly moving with the intent to do so. There is a tiny slither gap he could try and exploit. Vulnerable to Palace in the current angle.
Has he been spotted here? Yes.
He has this and communicates, but there's Borups. Second, they assumed it was clear. He had rotated, but not the case. Now
Running
Cadian's
low.
hitting shots. They can't plant. Searson, he's on Tetris. Centaurus saves the day. A double. Digs them out of trouble. Bomb planted next to Searson. Flashes on Centaurus as well. He's got 2 targets. He spots Tessus.
They're both here. Oh, this is weird for an AWP. Centaurus, though, great for another, but he couldn't quite find the final, and Tessus will get the defuse.
Yeah, they doubled up there for old boy Tessus, so a nice round to win, and that was just that scavenged across AWP. Was working wonders. There's 6 rounds now on the board for Heroic, 5 for Big. They don't have enough money to buy, so no dramas right there. But I would like to see how Heroic decide to deal with Tabson lurking over towards the middle of the map. Here's the lineup coming on through. Tessus not having to adjust the crosshair too much there and just having to defuse the bomb. That E key getting a bit of a workout. And I'd say that wasn't his reaction in that round because he won it. Oh.
That's just
Is that a GIF?
on repeat, yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's
All
a
right.
classic maneuver.
They almost trolled me. I thought someone was very mad that that happened. Will we be seeing mid-control from Heroic? Doesn't look to be the case, but a dink through the smoke. Tabson's put down to 17. The nade. Oh, the molly was late, but the kill is good. Tabson continues to patrol mid just solo. Imagine having your in-game leader able to do this round and round.
I just loved how self-sufficient he was before. He has lost life, but he's been doing well at it.
Here we
It's
go.
facilitated this beautiful B hit. Again, those smokes still into place. The T's have completely smothered this. This is going to be a bomb plant and some pretty good post-plant positioning too.
Yeah, B. Clearly a weakness. Down when he's on that secondary AWP, he is a little more detached from the pack, and it does seem like the save call's been made. With Cadian positioning so early into this apartment's line, he will certainly have the advantage in terms of anyone retreating that way, but it doesn't seem likely considering the kitchen exit has been cleared. I'm saying that. They are all grouping apartments where Cadian could do some damage here.
Let's get that dups. Pop the CDs. Pre-pot. everything.
I like the incendiary. He's just been a little bit too cautious. He could have done so much more damage, but doesn't know. Oh, and they get away with just scraps of health as well. Okay, so it's a 6-6. Real even and early doors for this series. It is the first map, Mirage, Big Clan's pick. Trying to punish a Heroic who did get a little bit knocked hard of their boots on this very map. What was the series where we watched that?
That was Faze yesterday. Yeah, right. I think it was still a double-digit scoreline, but it was the T side that we were worried about, right, where they weren't finding too much to write home about. You have to consider they didn't get many opening kills on their T side, so I'm still waiting to see how Heroic look on their T half. Not so interested with the CT. I know that they're going to be good for at least 7 or 8 rounds here. They managed 9 yesterday against Faze, but then they lost the series.
Ooh, this aggressive posturing, I quite like that. I want to see what the reaction is, though, from here. Palace, that's lovely. Tizian throws his body to the cause and comes out with 2. Now, it's a 3v3, but the site is once again the T's. So Bonpland goes in. Keto going to be tasked with controlling the CT side, as 2 of the CTs themselves will be working back through that. Stown and Niko, but look at Tizian again. This timing is perfect. It's going to be a kill on Stown, and while that happened, Niko also fell. So it's just Tessus, who was towards Connector, not really brought in with those other 2, and this is a lockout.
Yeah, good round here from Big, and that was all facilitated by Tizian's double. The third cherry on top here, and Tessus will eventually be run on down. He's pinned on in, AK in hand. It'll fall. Sirison getting his second of the round, and that is Big going up to 7 rounds. They've taken the lead here. Now, this is Big's map choice, and I said that I needed Big to convert this if we wanted to see all 3 here today. Vertigo coming up as map number 2. Still in the early stages, only going into round 14, and the buy can come back on out as we are dealing with a lot of residual cash right now for Heroic. This was out of Palace coming Tizian 1, and the second. Not slowing down for that one whatsoever, and he had to take a risk there to push that smoke, but he's lucky it paid off as we get back underway with round 14. Cadian's finally found an opening and taken down Cirrus and the Orpry on the other side. Tessus wants to give up his life because Tabson still over towards middle, only with 8 kills, but the space that he has gotten round after round has been instrumental in a lot of these big T side victories. Deep connector smoke coming on in, and back towards B they go, so Stown to be tested.
Down, pressure's now on. Got support, Molly comes in, but he's so blind. He's burning, bear in mind. And now, a little toasted around the edges, finds Tizian, but the overwhelm once again comes in. Trading effectively, Big seems to have it all there. Yeah. And look at the position over by Tabson. No problem.
Yeah, Tabson has just really been a nuisance in middle. And in the previous round where Tizian got 3, they actually dealt with him. They took him out of the round quite early, but still unable to convert, and Tabson with another. Heroic now going into the final round of play, 3,400. Most of them went all in on the previous, and now that means they're just going to be working with likely SMGs, scouts, those kind of buys, Famises to come on through in the mix. This was the freebie that Tabson got on Tessus, getting a little bit too aggressive, either trying to get vent room control or search for more in middle. And this is one man patrolling the mid corridor, and this is allowing a lot more pressure to be applied to the A and B bomb sites if you can have just one man taking all that space. Here's the buy, 3 Famises, a UMP, and the scout for Cadian. They have a kit in play, Kevlar for everybody, and a decent chunk of utility. But you have to play a little bit closer with this UMP, and Borup knows that. There's an AK, so Stown gets a free upgrade within the first 20 seconds of the round, and that's a great step in the right direction. Rogue really needs 7 here.
Ooh, both coming through. Keto's gonna, soak that. Couldn't back out in time. Tabson just stood there. Does get Borup through the smoke, a little bit of a spray, and there is still 4 alive for the T's, but the CT side running out of smokes now, everything else, and there's still a minute on the board. Obviously, this buy was kind of shambled together, and B would be the right port of call if they decide to run there, but Stown still very much present in this.
He certainly is. Sirison could get caught here. He's holding the upper angle. Oh! But he adjusts in time.
What?
Good shoot. Good shoot. Let me try again. Shot. Stown's flanking this T side. Execute, though. Cadian only got a scout. Really doesn't feel like the ideal weapon for the job. Admittedly, 2 of them tagged, and Stown's flank is so fast.
Hard.
Oh, well. This gets awkward now. Only a scout and a tagged up FAMAS.
Have a molly for him, too.
Oh, good shot onto the low HP.
Wait, they're going B?
What the
There's no time.
Yeah, he can just about make it, I guess.
They're rotating over there now. This is going to be really, really tight.
Oh, Keto. Catch. Oh, this is good. This throws problems now because
He
Katie
can't even plan.
doesn't know where he's going.
Doesn't
He has
have
to
time.
push. If he wanted this, they have to try and find the frag, and they're not going to.
What an odd decision. What a weird way to end the half. Okay, well, a gift given to Heroic, the 7th round from Big Clan. Overthinking yet again. Frowns in the face cams. We'll be right back.
It's time to lose your inhibition, developing a blind ambition. If you got a match, just go ahead and light it. I wanna see where this is going. We're done with playing games, not knowing, yeah. We've nothing to lose, we're lost at the night. We're feeling alright. There's no need to choose. Make up your mind. We're feeling alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna do it like this. Gonna do it like that. Everybody's on that. Gonna do it like this. Yeah, we never look back. Oh, got the party's on tap. Getting rowdy on it. Getting cloudy on it. Got me on the right track. Yeah, you got me on it. Gonna do it like this, 'cause that's the way we want it. Gonna do it like this. Gonna do it like that. Gonna do it like this, yeah, we never look back. The shots on my tab, everybody's on that, getting cloudy on it. Yeah, we do it like this, 'cause I like it like that, yeah. We're going through the motions, in super slow motion. It's time to lose your inhibition, developing a blind ambition. Fire it up, ignite it. I don't wanna fight it no more. I wanna see where this can go. I'm done with playing around, not knowing, yeah. We've nothing to lose, we're lost at the night. We're feeling alright. My eyes are on you, and yours are on mine. We're feeling just fine. Just let it go. Gonna do it like this, gonna do it like that. Everybody's on that, gonna do it like this. Yeah, we never look back. Got the bodies on top.
Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this.
Couldn't be closer. 7-8, Heroic and Big Clan. We are back in action. And you can see they are ready to rock and roll. I reckon Tizian's going to be in the palace this time around, if I had to guess. But they prepare themselves for war. It is a battle of 2 fronts, one Denmark and one Germany. Big Clan, of course, picking up Xantara, seen his development as a player after the Space Soldiers roster disintegrated upon his departure. He's here representing Big Clan, a completely even leveling of the odds after that first half performance, in a very odd way for the first half to end. It seemed like a gift. Big Clan trying to rotate at 20 seconds from A ramp to B. A comedy of errors continues. They charge in. A good shot, Keto. He's come well equipped. He's looking for 3. Oh, wow. Even flashbangs can't stop him. He's already taken down the majority of the squad, and he wants more, and Niko denies it. Maybe a second to keep it competitive, but at the cost of his life. Tessis has been dealt a winnable and manageable situation, albeit not ideal. A 1 versus 3. Far from winnable in the traditional sense, but a P250. Hello, an upgrade. He is armorless.
If he can isolate at least one of these jewels, going to give himself a real chance here. As we can see, pushing forward, Tizian now securing Palace. They might just leave him over towards the A side of things. Rotating towards middle right now will be Sirison. And he may have got the timing just wrong because he peeked on out, saw nothing home. And now that Tassus is heading over towards the B side of things, 50 seconds remaining, that will be Tabson over towards that side of the map. So Big have actually isolated themselves into 3 one-on-one duels. Tassus now just needs to find them.
Okay. P250. Flash. No armor, but he has the bomb and 35 seconds. But as the clock continues to tick, we are seeing Sirison float a little, clearing mid, and he might just commit to one of the two sites. And it looks like maybe A might be the option. But obviously Tassus is toward B. Step made. Position noted by Tabson. Support on the way, but a quick kill's going to help out.
Oh.
Bomb goes down 15 seconds. Has to cancel the plant. They're getting closer now. Sirison toys with the idea. 3 bullets. All he's got to play with. Didn't even get the chance to hit the reload. Defuse comes through for the big side.
Yeah, good attempt there from Tassus. The fact that he planted means that this force by coming into the next round from Heroic is going to be much more potent. The AKs will be able to come on out here. As you can see, Tassus with 3,400. The others there hovering around that 2.5k plus mark. So they will be able to drop AKs. There's no drummers there. Tassus might even buy on in with an AK and Kevlar so they can have 3 AKs in play. Let's take a look and see what they wield. They have 1 AK in the hands of Stown. Tassus has invested himself, so it will be the AK and Kevlar. 2 scouts, Niko and KDM both wielding those, and Burrup just down towards that Deagle. He doesn't have any armor to go with it. There's a light sprinkling of utility all on the back of Stown, so not a lot to work with here, Heroic. They need to do some damage and find some frags.
All right, just go kill him. Tabson seems to be buying into that logic. Flash up mid, gives it a go, but gives his life for it. Tessa's gonna find Tabson as a good start. That nade, oh, just behind them, but still does a good chunk of damage.
Yeah, well, Burrup doesn't have any armor, so he takes a chunk more than Stown. So you can see he has that head armor to work with here. Now Tizian's pushing forward.
I like this. The fact that Niko's walking first with the bomb is questionable, but that's the round over. Tessus might try and exploit some space here on B. He's doing
Quick.
just about in the nick of time. Need to level it up with a great shot here, and he has. So Searson going down does bring this round back into contention. Unfortunately, though, he's lost his partner in crime. Tessus on for an ace clutch if he wants to do anything with this round, and I think the fact that Centaurus has given him so much room to work with is peculiar. If he continues to cut noise and run that clock down, he might be able to catch one of these off guard. He is having a little investigation towards the kitchen.
So they're conceding the plant right here, Big. More than happy to give this up in pursuit of the round. And just take a look. They don't have kits to work with. So as soon as this bomb starts getting planted, watch the vice grip tighten. Kiddo will push cat. Zentaris will come back in towards checkers. But
I like
this
this.
is hunting, and this isn't a good duel for him.
Oh, I wished he'd try and isolate these two, but they're not letting it easy. Already falling back towards the side. And as soon as this happens, you know, that grip, that vice grip you mentioned, does begin to close, and the options do dwindle.
Oh, he's taking so much space.
Getting across now, short is less of a threat. Keto can't confirm that. And if he tucks into this, oh yes, okay, a chance. Centaurus is waiting, and he adjusts nicely. Ace clutch still available. Tessus denying the odds. Keto spots him. Doesn't have to play too aggressively here. There's no kit on Keto either. My God, I think Tessus might have done this. Fakes it again. Jiggles to confirm. Tessus is playing a very strong game here. I think he's done it. Heroic. Given
Bloody
the 8th
hell.
round, Tessus with an ace clutch, 1 versus 3 to bring home the 8th and to break the money of Big Clan.
Couldn't do it on the pistol round, but converts there on what could be argued to be a more important round, because now it's only the $1,400 loss bonus for Big. And this is Tessus highlights in the round here. Great trade, as Tizian's done his best to foil that one. And this
Started
shot
with
here,
43.
this one was huge. That shot right there was huge. The fact that he's been given so much room, and he even searched it out, so he knew how much time he had to work with as they were retaking back in by clearing out checkers earlier. Now look at the buy. It's forced on through from Big once more. Tara's going hyper aggressive here. That's a lot of info early for Big Clan.
Searson looks easy. There was a chance to get just like quick, like one and run out, but not going to be the case. As middle is now controlled, but all the extremities are lost, and they've pushed up quite aggressively. Xantaris obviously towards B, and then you look towards ramp and you have Tabson. So they might have a pretty good concept as to what's going on. The flash didn't quite do what was wanted for Tizian, and the T's pour through. Keto just on the other side of that smoke, and as mentioned, Tabson towards ramp. Okay. Bit of an awkward team kill, but it's fine. Unless a kill comes in quickly for the CTs, it looks like all those problems should be found. Keto leers through the smoke. He finds a planter again. 2 opportunities have now been given over, but neither actually convert the way you thought they might. And now it is just Searson in a 1v3.
Yeah, I'm afraid this one not looking too great for Searson at 23 unarmored points of health. In terms of saving it, he is heading towards his demise. Katie can hear him. $600 is the bonus.
Hello. 9-9. Tied up now.
9. Sounds like an angry German.
This is actually much better from Heroic here because their T side against Faze was flat. They weren't finding opening kills today. I know that we had to have that Tessus 1v3 ace to get across the line for their first round on the board, but now they actually get a chance to put 3 on the scoreboard, right? So you can see Big having to take an eco here. The highest amount of money they're working with is Searson on 3,600. He'll want to get that AWP out in the following round. So this one should be as clean as you like from Heroic.
Calling green?
I don't know if he's a specialty of just the USPs. He tends to like it when it's a little bit more spicy, but do you think you can do it green?
I think so. The USPs are a bit different to the Glock and how they work and all that stuff, but it looks like they're getting very curious about the Palace position here. I think Stound's going to have this every day of the week, although easy peasy, just like that. Searson on the side with the USP. Acadian takes down the last, and that's the 10th round for Heroic. Split right down the middle, though. I wonder if Big can give it back to him.
Give it back to him. I was wondering something similar, Rush. Thank you for your time and your beautiful voice. That's 3 in a row for Heroic. Off the back, excuse me, of Tessus's miraculous 1 versus 3. As Chad highlighted, it forced them into that eco there. We just watched a nice 10th found by Heroic, the easiest round they'll be getting throughout this second half. Gets a bit more difficult now, though. I'm seeing 3 smokes fly through the sky. That's a different... Is that ladder room? Interesting. Yeah, smoke landing on Keto's toes. He's denied that info. A nice smoke thrown out by the T side. Heroic with their game plan starting to take shape. Tessa's given the responsibility of trying to get into connect to the smoke from Cadian to assist as he redeploys a window smoke. This is all of them. Yeah, there's only 1 smoke left on the T side, so they've invested so much into this mid denial. It might have to be a fast finish.
Normally they play through these mid smokes, so this is actually going to be the B finish. This might catch Tizian off guard with Keto. A damage unconfirmed here, so the flashes will be coming over now. Oh, this boost could spell trouble for Heroic here. Clearing this is not going to be easy.
Yeah, exactly, because especially if Keto does well to bait, which he's trying to do. Searson catching 1. Tessus, though, Tizian reveals he's on that boost box. Tizian does go down, looking to transfer. Niko knows there's another. They're both so low. Wants to get out, but the bomb's already committed to the B site. Cadian trying to close the gap a little bit. This duel is everything.
Wow.
Niko finds it.
4 bullets.
Molly for the bench position. If he could just survive, there's a chance for Cadian. Gets control of the UMP. Heroic are turning this one around. It looked so good for Big Clan. Still, with very little health. 54 points of health between them. He knows he has the bomb. He knows Niko was apps. And he knows Cadian was short, but he can't deal with all of them. That's a big win. Niko, a great shot onto Zentares, overcoming what looked like a near impossible 2 versus 3, considering their health advantage. And now, once again, Big Clan broken. This is the 3rd time I've said that in this second half. Let's see this frag.
21 kills.
This is what I'm talking about.
Whoa. The fact he's so low and he's not scared to take a fight like that, most players would be super scared in that scenario. And then Cadian front range with the UMP. That's a big one to win, and you can see them getting fired up. 2 massive clutches in this so far. To pull that one out on a little bit of a bonus round right there for Heroic, and the Tessus clutch earlier is a back-breaking rounds for Big. And unfortunately for them, with the loss bonus coming on through, they will have to take this save. They can upgrade into a couple of pistols here, though. Deagles could come out if they really want. 3,400 in the next means if somebody wants to drop a scout across for Searson, he could use that. Leave himself enough money to buy an AWP going into round 22. But all in all, Unless Big can find an opening with these pistols, maybe get the right bomb site stack going on through, they're going to be in a lot of trouble, and Heroic will be up to 12 rounds. Yesterday against Faze, they only managed 11 in total on Mirage. Looking to better that here, and it is very, very likely is over towards middle. 4 of them scurry. That's a great little nade there.
Ooh, good damage inflicted from all of it. Nade and the Deagle bullet alone, finally. Do see the nade finish off what Zantara's Deagle started. Kissing in the smoke, punished, and Borup onto Tizian as well. So it is only a P250. It does seem like Heroic's momentum continues into this one. They're taking the A space. Quito is on that ramp, and Borup low enough to be caught by his reaction shot. Oh, he doesn't hit it. Hits it the second time, though, and now looking for the head of Cade, and he hits 2. That's the Deagle. You know what I did yesterday, Chad, with the FAMAS? I did 99 in 5.
Ah. Is your mouse wireless?
I committed to the spray.
Didn't end up in the wall, though, did it?
No.
All right, they're just checking.
99
was me.
and 5.
I hate the FAMAS.
And he got 2 more headshots with 1 HP, you know, just to really rub that salt in the wound.
It was actually so... Was that the mid guy on Vertigo?
Yeah.
I hated him.
Fudge.
Everything on us.
Yeah, just all the toes, all the
Oh,
toes.
all right. 2 AWPs out for the CTs. Is this the answer?
Ouch.
The nades have been so good.
Oh,
and the damage again. Whew.
Yeah, you can't really complain. I mean, they have had to drop 2
damage.
smokes. It certainly is a dream start for Big Clan.
Down to B.
Yeah, he was in B, but now so is the rest of Heroic. Tizian revealed his location. He drops his smoke. He knows he's under threat. Tabson rotating in. Tizian going wide for the first. Tabson, however, has got there in time. He finds Tessus. And now niko, precise from Tabson's M4. Cadian is working on the flank, but with 8 HP, unfortunately, he's got very little opportunity available to him. The 3 of them just gathering around that dropped bomb. It's funny how the Counter-Strike feels so different depending... I mean, obviously, this is the beauty of the game. This is why we exist. But, you know, like I can watch 4 different Mirage games back to back.
They're all different.
And completely different. Like these teams have got a mad tendency of committing with the bomb, and then their lurker is like, I've watched a whole T side from Big Clan where their lurker was winning them rounds in middle, and then if he didn't win anything, he just sat around wasting a minute. And the same thing's happening here. You know, the same case. It's a full commitment. The defense works, and then you just sit there for 60 seconds not talking. I don't know if we can get away with that. That is ambitious, but I've managed to fill it with this monologue, so 35, more reasonable.
Well, considering how Heroic normally play a lot more in limbo that we've been seeing, this is a more direct approach from them. So by going all in that fashion, that's why I was surprised to see Stown just jumping out on the site. But I guess that nade from Tabson and the spam damage on Cadian was more than enough to slow down their fast split. But they've been conditioning, and you were talking about conditioning earlier with the mid smokes. They drop that window smoke and that cat smoke, or it's a connector one. It depends on where they want to take the fights. Heroic could even drop those smokes and push through them themselves. And for those wondering, why is Why is Cadian saving? Well, he's got 8.5 in the bank, or 8.2, but he needs to drop a gun across right now to Tessus. And if he wants to get the AWP, he needs a bit more money to make that purchase seem like it has a bit of longevity to it, knowing there's still a lot more rounds of Counter-Strike to be played. And this is Tabson bailing them out of a big situation. 2 handy frags there with that M4A4. And that was all she wrote.
Who's got those bubblegum gloves? I like them. So on the CT
Bubblegum
side.
gloves.
Yeah, they look really cool. They're like...
The purple ones?
Well, they're like light pink and a bit of blue in them.
Light pink and a bit of blue.
Yeah, it's like a bubble gum.
I don't really know the gloves, Lauren. I'm not going to lie.
I have no idea, but
I'm
they
the
look
least
pretty.
interested in.
It's when Rush was on that weird shot and then it went to the CTs and I saw them. I was like, ooh, ooh. They're worth a lot. And I know one of the Fnatic guys has them because I keep noticing them every time. I'm like, oh.
All right, well, we might have to see if... Oh, we don't have... There you go. Is that the
Yeah,
ones?
that's them.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
They're quite cool.
Yeah, it's a bit poppy right there.
Yeah.
Bit neon,
Oh,
neon
Searson.
ridery.
Oh, with the fade. Quite the combo.
People have got the color schemes down pat here by the seams of things.
Damn.
We've got the double AWP still for Big. Cadian seeing if he can get a kill on the cross, but no one will be home as they play 2 over towards mid. Actually boosting up in towards that vent room for Searson with the AWP. Over on... Oh, okay, a late pick. Tabson, very audacious.
Yeah, bravery definitely not rewarded. Playing out through Palace, the nades come flying in, but niko just found Zentaris towards jungle. So this opens up so much more space. Quito's in so much trouble.
What was that?
Yeah, just fumbled.
Well, I mean, obviously they were throwing a molly his corner. He wanted to try and beat it there, but he ended up just getting slowed in the middle of that jump. And Stown taking off a nice clean headshot, puts Tizian on notice. 1 versus 4, and as the bomb does get retrieved, they can go B. Cadian waiting for the A player, and he has found it and revealed his location.
So the rotations for Tizian are completely cut off now. You can see that Stown has cut himself into checkers, and Borup, by being in this jungle position, also has the connector push to short cover. The only way that Tizian can get past if he runs all the way around towards Palace or A ramp, but that's the longest rotation. And Tassus is even planting for Stown's position. I think Tizian will do his best to hold onto this AWP here and carry it forward for big because their money situation is not fantastic. But he's been spotted, so do Heroic want to hunt this? Flash comes out, doesn't force him off the line. He's going to stand strong. Money's still good on the Heroic side of things. You can see residual cash for Stown is 4K. niko with 5.8 will have to buy into that next round. And they're knocking him in. So maybe the hunt is on. Look at this chase. Very close.
Oh, Tizian, this is getting deadly. Tassus is quite far ahead. Does see him, does tag him.
And they get the
However,
AWP
dies to him.
Cadian.
Run.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, well, that's going to save Cadian from having to reinvest a lot of money into that, so that's a big pickup to be carrying on through, and big. They're in that washing machine as far as the loss bonus is going, just around and around they go. Especially if they win a round, then it ticks on down a little bit, and then they lose a round, and then, well, they have to question, do we buy? Yeah. Now, Sirison can buy an AWP here, Lauren. Do you think he will?
In comparison to what else does he have to buy?
Well, he could rock a USP. He's got pretty good USP stats.
True, that's the other option, right?
Scout, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, the stats point to one purchase and one purchase only.
The man is, I don't say a one-trick pony. He's got a couple of other tricks, but they don't involve rifles.
I say ride or die AWPer. You know, he's only got...
I thought that term was dead after JDM. I thought we'd buried it.
Done with that.
There's, I think him and Idis Balance are two of those names.
That's a very short list. And it's because you really can't afford to. I mean, all of the best players in the world are capable of doing the impossible, which is playing proficiently with all of them. A nice little smoke. I thought that would be going to the edge of B-Apps, and it just makes it there.
Oh, that's a bit naughty. Like
It's
that.
smoke, and Stown has to respect it, or at least standing in it for now. Throwing out his incendiary and walking through, so not as much respect as I indicated.
Ooh, that's going to be heard. So unless the Molotov obscured those footsteps right now, Stown should have a decent idea. You can see fanning out across the map is Heroic. This is dangerous for them. If they get tagged up by the scout, the Deagles finish them off. They might be in a bit of trouble. 13-10, but this is no easy round. These are some of the hardest to win in Counter-Strike.
That's for real. Yeah, and you've got so much invested into this one, so any frag you see, blue on brown, that's a whole lot more than Heroic were intending. This should be the 14th and set them up well economically for the close. Big Clan can change that. Half investment, scouts, armored deagles. Borup could be the first victim to Searson. I have seen few players so comfortable with the scoped weapons, and Searson, his dedication does speak volumes about his proficiency with these weapons. Let's see how he does here. Spots one and already tagging him up. Finished off by the Deagles. Chad's painting the picture. It's none other than Searson to fill in the gaps. Another frag. Full weapons dropped. And this gets awkward now. That's the bomb! Chill your beans, Cadian.
Oh,
Dropping
God.
AWPs. He's got... It's really awkward. It's actually super sketchy. niko only getting one. Oh, no.
This is horrible.
He's only got 10 seconds, folks. They have won this round with armored Deagles. I mean, he has to just try and keep hold of what little he can. He's standing on top of his AWP.
Just don't go down after the time. That's the key. I think he might.
Oh,
Out
God.
of ammo.
Oh, it's after time. The AWP's there.
They
Didn't save it.
Yeah, they just didn't get it. But to note, Cadian's money now, 3,500.
Yeah.
So if he got the loss bonus coming on through, would have actually been able to purchase on here with an AK-47. So this here not working out fantastically for Cadian.
He was in such a rock and a hard place situation. Like, because he dropped the orb there as well, he had nothing available to him in terms of like throwing it away or like trying to do something. I mean, he did well to not lose the orb in the grand scheme, but dying after time, not ideal.
So double ops again from Big. Keto rocking this one more time, and Sirison actually making it work off the bat. The A smoke's not fooling him whatsoever, and an opening for Big right now. Things might cool for Heroic.
Yeah, they certainly look like they are. Double kill. Searson's found himself his second.
Love to see some intent from Heroic, it feels, even in these rounds. I know they're on a lighter end of the purchase, but still enough to bring something into play, but you're seeing them just stall out towards middle, but the success could fall to Tessus again, depending on how he approaches this. only equipped with a deagle and a Molotov.
I mean, if he does go for the hero play, which is unlikely considering this is heroic, he could just walk in and try and win that aim duel. Speaking of walking in, look at this. Cadian is unable to get to short. There are 2 players staring at his cross. And this angle from Tizian, admittedly vulnerable to a quick run, but it's a jiggle. And now firing off his warning shot, Skeeto's there, and so is the round. Big Clan handling this one with ease.
Oh dear. 1v4. I've seen Tessus win a 1v3 this game already, but this seems very unlikely.
Keto, you reckon he's got it?
Could be Keto. Oh no,
Ooh,
Zentaris in the back lines. All right, sharing the love.
There it is. It does feel like a bit of a stall out for Heroic. And now the money in its current situation, Chad, I'm not loving it.
2,400 in the next round, so they will have to give up 13-13 Heroic. Investing right now, it wouldn't be very advisable. And this is some of the problems that we can start talking about for Heroic. If they hit a brick wall, if their general approaches aren't working, and they need that 6th man, well, they don't have him. He can't contribute. It is just Cadian calling blind in a lot of these scenarios here. So this is why tournament after tournament, it does become difficult. This is and that's a fantastic nade. As Syrison finding the same opening as the previous. He has got a rifle close. Tabson able to mop up the mess here. And an eco, well, it's going to be dealt with as 13-13 on the board. Now, I think that Deagle round that we saw big win before, it's probably fair considering the rounds that we saw Heroic when they had that 2-on-4 situation on the B bomb site with Niko.
Yeah. They've had a few.
We have the Tessus 1-on-3 scenario coming through as well. So Big were due one, and they're actually running with it right now. Map 1, very important for Big as we move into Vertigo as map number 2 here. They've now just posted 3 rounds on the trot, but that's put their loss bonus back down to 1,400. And they've built a little bit of money behind this, so they're in a good position. Even if they lose round 27. As Heroic aren't working with an AWP, they've slowed down the pace.
Ooh, that's a bit brave, Keto. Right between the legs. Niko perfectly fine. Syrison, though, waiting for his opportunity. And, again, a couple of, not necessarily misses, but shots going astray that I'm sure they'd have loved to have had a freebie from. A pick towards ramp or a touch towards mid, and you're happy. However, the T's get to at least execute the plan of mid control for now. But the end goal has been evading them. We are down to, what, 2 smokes, 3 mollies and 1 flash. So it's not exactly flush for that utility to facilitate any of these plays. Stalling out towards connector. The Molotov will come in, and that's going to send them scattering. Or burning. One of the two. Stound's in trouble as well. Burning. He's still burning, down to 5 HP. None of what just happened is good for any Heroic fan out there, because now you're going to have them softened up, a little worse for wear, looking scattered and looking dead. Xantaris playing again from jungle, does eventually trade out, but this does keep things very favorable towards Big.
Time is a problem here. Heroic just in these mid-rounds. They're getting window, but they're not getting kills.
30 seconds. 2v3 now.
Oh, he's seen both.
Sees everything. A shot just whistles past them, so they now know there's a problem behind. But look at Tessus. Let's see where the bomb goes. Syrison needed some of these to land because suddenly there's a problem. Tessus, not subtle, but Syrison turns around. Oh my god, another one goes astray. This is a horrible round to be watching. Syrison dips into the smoke, 10 seconds spraying in. They have an idea, but what can they do about it? He's buying time, and he's just gonna do this.
Nice.
No plan available. Yeah, no worries. Take the orb.
Time,
I don't
Katie,
care.
whatever you do, my friend. Whew. Well, 14 for Big. That was well played by Syrison. They're aware of the possibility.
Yeah, right. The smoke drop. Like, the one thing Tessus couldn't do when he was hunting was just spray a smoke. He didn't have the time. 8 seconds.
A little bit of Houdini action there from Syrison to pull that one out. But Cadian will save the AWP. So there's still potentially a little bit of fight left in Heroic. And because Cadian's loss bonus now is, well, not even in existence going into this round, I think they might even try force buying behind this. They've taken a timeout. It's now 4 in a row from Big. 5 out of the last 6 in their favor. As you can see, they had that streak of 5 rounds in the earlier stages here, Heroic, to get them up to 12 rounds. Round 23 going their favor, getting them to 13. But trouble, it's definitely brewing. Cadian spending all of his money right there to invest in some utility behind the AWP. Deagle's being picked up for the 4 remaining Heroic members and armor for everybody besides Niko. So let's see if Heroic can get anything done here or if Big are going to be getting up to round 15.
I don't know what the answer is. Again, Heroic, it's this stalling out, it's this mid control. They sometimes get it, and when they don't, that happens. They've got mangled a couple of times now. Yes, Cadian gets a kill back, but they've got nothing from it. They're now just pinned towards middle. You do have Bore up towards ramp, but no opportunities being shown to him. So the bomb being recovered, I guess, is a step, but everything so far is, again, looking like Big are in the right place for this.
Cadian's hoping for one peak, and that peak comes from Keto. It's unlikely, given the positioning of his teammates, but that's what he's hoping for, and he doesn't get it. Searson's found him on the re-peak. Down does arrive, and from behind, Zentaris has fluffed his lines. It does finish it off in the end. Borup, 1 versus 2, needed the perfect Deagle shot. Big Clan secure themselves map point.
Money is good for everybody on Heroic other than Cadian with 3,650. Might just go for the Galil or may go for the Deagle. Haven't seen him opting into that Galil too often. Let's wait and see what he decides to buy right here, because on the other side of things, it will just be that single AWP setup. He has gone with the UMP instead. That could be a case of something a little bit quicker. Cadian now fast towards middle. Might want to exploit their mid smoke. Have to take the fight here to Big. They're out of rounds.
They've got to do something. It's 5 in a row, and it is 15 on the board. Searson cracking things open. Cadian goes down. It's Borup who looks like he's next on the chopping block, if I'm honest. The play through Palace might come through, but the pressure towards Connector that they'd love to apply is being kept safe by Keto. Not going to let it happen. Trade? Yes, comes through. So now the pressure starts to dissipate. Maybe they can make something from it. They have the pick up towards Connector, but the loss of Stown means that A is still defended, and the bomb is in spawn.
Time's not a problem.
Absent is, though.
Oh, there's no way. Tessus is ready for this.
He is. Gets it. Crucial frag for survival here. Absence in the Palace. A pop flash high. Gets himself out of dodge. So if Borup wants to hit B, he has Zentaris to get through, but Zentaris cognizant. Oh, I wonder.
Oh my God!
Baits Palace, peeks into Zentaris, and gets the shot. That is quite a lovely sequence from Tessus.
Just needs casual 4 kills every round, 3 kills, 5.
Simple enough.
Just ace, Tessus. God.
That's the only way you can win.
Oh no, maybe not.
It is the only way. He
God,
has to do it again.
Oh, 4 kills or bust. That's it. All of it comes down to Tessus now in the 1v1. Taps and mollies him out. Pushes him further away. Sees him. Takes him down. We're at 14 to 15.
Wow.
Tessus does it again. Lovely stuff. I just love the sequence of spotting Palace, baiting Palace, knowing that the comms would come jungle. Maybe that's enough to get Zentaris a little out of position. Starts to touch his W key. You'll see what I'm referring to. After this frag onto Tizian, he jumps out, returns, steadies himself, waits for his weapon to cock, then takes the shot and taps him down as well. Really, really great sequence.
All right, well, this is for overtime here. Or Big to take map number 1. Their choice. Deagle for Keto, Famus for Tabson, everybody else rocking what they need. And Searson, he's not there for the mid pick this time. He's over towards B apps. That's a lot of info, and they've left him on his own. So Stown has to get away from this position at some point, and it appears he's heard the scopes. They're going to fight this. Oh, the flash missed.
Oh no, don't fight it. Don't. Yeah. Okay, that one lands. Searson got caught by it. Wow,
He's
okay.
open.
Wait, where's Zentaris? He's normally there. He's not. Okay, so now it's Tizian called into action. Down quicker than they expected. The minute starts to loom on the board as...
Another!
Down! What are these shots from this guy? Misses that one. Goes in again. He's feeling confident and maybe overly so, but it is just 2 remaining for the CT side.
Yeah,
OT.
damage done.
Surely.
Abson does find the first onto Niko. Cadian repeats in and gives him a chance. He's tagged down to 9 by the nade. And they've even got a smoke. They don't have a kit. Keto's handing out headshots. 2 of them. Getting awkward now. Molly on the bomb. They have the smoke. Don't forget that they've missed it. Tamsin having to wait his turn. Now on the bomb, the spray is
my
wild, the
God.
flashes are good, and that is how you win a map. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Clan take the retake. Keto and Tamsin against the world. It's a 16-14.